Welcome to Popcorn Chat Special Edition. I'm Kurt Jarvis. This time around, I'm going to be giving you my top films of 2011. Let's just jump right into it. Number 10, Super 8. If you didn't see this film, I feel sorry for you. It was sort of at the beginning of the summer last year, and I think they were trying to bill it as an action movie, and really what it is a kid at heart movie. It's fantastic. Matter of fact, that's a big theme that for 2011 is kid at heart. Great movie. I loved it. I thought it looked real. It was genuine. Very good effort. And J.J. Abrams, you're starting to rise with me as far as being a director. I think you got it. Number 9, Drive with Ryan Gosling. Every now and then they'll make a artistic action film, is what it basically boils down to. This is one of them. It's right up there with. It's not as good as The Professional. Don't get me wrong, but it's right up there. It's got a wonderful soundtrack that goes along with it. Ryan Gosling just plays a badass. The story is interesting. They got good actors who took the script seriously to be in it, and that always helps. It didn't ring false to me at all. Just wonderful to watch. I love artistic action films when they are done correctly. Number 8, My Week with Marilyn. I've talked about how good Michelle Williams is. Do not miss her as Marilyn Monroe. I don't care if you have to rent this thing. If you didn't see it in the theater, it is so worth your time. She is great. She's manipulating. She's sweet when she has to be. She's sexy when she has to be. Wonderfully done. Beautifully just shot picture. Number 7, The Help. One of the most popular movies of the year, and I can see why. It had a very broad audience appeal. Great casting, all the way from Jessica Chastain. Which, by the way, Jessica Chastain was in 6 movies last year. 3 of them were up for either Academy Awards or Golden Globes. That's a pretty dang good, impressive resume for her. I have a funny feeling we haven't seen the last of her. She's very good. In The Help, as long as everybody else is in that. I mean, man, just great movie, great appeal. Made me laugh, made me cry, made me think. That's where you like to go when you go see a movie. Number 6 is a movie I know a lot of you haven't seen. It's called A Separation. It's up for Best Foreign Picture, and it is a really good, gritty, gutty drama about basically an Iranian couple who are getting a divorce, and that's really hard to do in Iran. And then something happens, and the husband gets accused of murder, and you don't know whether he did it or not. And it is gripping. It is wonderful. It is completely worth your time. If you hate reading subtitles, I'm sorry. It's subtitled, but it is an excellent, excellent movie. Number 5 is The Descendants. I've talked about this a lot too. George Clooney is excellent in this movie. This movie is fantastic. I've heard people say it's so depressing. There was a lot of funny parts in it, but it's a subtle film, and a lot of people don't get subtlety. I don't know why. It's a really brilliant form of acting and a very brilliant form of filmmaking, and there's a lot of subtle humor in this. And I was laughing as much as I was crying, but at the end, I still think it was a very peaceful ending, and I thought it was very cathartic. So I didn't think it was a downer ending at all. I thought it was a very good movie, solid effort. Number 4 is Shame. Yeah, I just saw this a couple of weeks ago, and you're like, well, didn't that come out in 2012? No, actually, it premiered in 2011. It didn't reach a wide audience until 2012. But Shame is, it's still sticking with me. It's a powerful movie, and it's not a movie for everybody. I realize that going into it. There's not a lot of people that's going to pony up to see a movie about sex addiction, especially in the way that they did it. I mean, it's pretty much very realistic, extremely well acted. Again, a lot of subtle acting. A lot of just a lot of intelligence in this film. If you don't like intelligent films, don't go see it. It's pretty much that simple. Number 3 on the list is The Artist. The Artist, people, I'm telling you, I was so delighted when I got out of that movie theater. In this day and age, when they are spending $100 million just to blow stuff up, and people are flocking to see the stuff being blown up, it is refreshing to see something like The Artist, a black and white, silent movie in this day and age. And that's what it is. And one of the things I think that makes it genuine is they actually, they will mouth like a cuss word, and it's a cuss word, but the flashcard comes up and says, like, golly. I mean, it's funny. It's absolutely funny. There's a dramatic turn in there, which just sets up the happy ending. But The Artist is so brilliant and so much fun. That, folks, is what fun filmmaking should look like. Seriously. Very well done. Very, very well done. Number 2 on the list is Hugo. Back to that kid at heart theory. Martin Scorsese made himself one heck of a picture. This thing is fantastic. It did everything that you want in a picture. It made you cry. It made you think. It made you feel. It made you laugh. I mean, it's worth the price of admission. I think it's going to win Best Picture because my number one didn't even make the list of best nominees. So I'm assuming Hugo's going to win it. It wouldn't surprise me. Martin Scorsese made himself a beautiful picture. It's about a labor of love. It's about a lifetime achievement. Is what Hugo's about. It's about, what do we put into our lives? What do we take out of our lives? What's important in our lives? Should we give up ever? Trying to realize our dreams. Great movie. Martin Scorsese, I'm glad that you made something that, for once didn't have a gang member in it, a mobster in it. It just shows that you're just a good filmmaker, which I've been trying to tell people for years and years. It's like, it doesn't matter if he's making a mob movie or not. He is just a good filmmaker, and you've proven me right again. Thank you, Martin Scorsese. I love you, man. My number one favorite movie of the entire year that still sticks with me is The Girl with the Dragon Tattoo. I mean, Rooney Mara is getting a lot of love in the Best Actress category, and she deserves it. But why this film is not getting more attention, I have no idea. It's flawless, people. The book they had to base this on is a huge book, and they condensed it into a 2.5, actually about 2:45, so it's almost 3 hours long, and it doesn't feel like it's 3 hours. The characters are committed. David Fincher, the director of this, has got a long list of movies that are just brilliant, including, Seven, Zodiac, The Curious Case of Benjamin Button, The Social Network. And I think that there is just a stigma against David, against Fincher. There has to be. I mean, I don't know why the Academy doesn't like him, but, because he stopped making serial killer films and did The Curious Case of Benjamin Button, which was a serious drama. And that was a great film. Didn't get any, got recognized, got a nomination. Then he did Social Network, which was a great film. To me, it was the second best movie of last year. And that didn't get any recognition by the Academy either. So I think David Fincher said, you know what? If you're not going to like me for just the normal films I'm doing, I'm going to go back to doing what I do best, which is serial killer films. And this is a great film. It's gritty. It's gutty. It's dramatic. It makes you think. And the acting is superb. Daniel Craig, he's a so-so, actor with me. He was brilliant in this, as was Rooney Mara. In fact, their dedication to this film should tell you what David Fincher brings to the table. They were so excited that Rooney Mara actually moved over to Europe 6 months ahead of schedule to get into character. She wanted to know what the club scene was like. She wanted to know what it's like to be an outcast. She bought an apartment and didn't talk to anybody. Just basically walked the streets and started picking up on conversations to get that whip-smart street sense that her character had. Brilliantly done. Daniel Craig, at one point when they find out who the serial killer is being strung up and has a bag over his head trying to kill him. He literally wanted to suffocate to get the realism of dying in that film. And what they did is they put a metal bar in his hand, and when he would start to fade, he would drop it, and that would hit the concrete floor, and then they would rush in and take the bag off so he could breathe. That's dedication for actors who want to work with a great director who puts together great films. The Girl with the Dragon Tattoo is the best film of 2011, in my opinion. I hope you enjoyed it. Coming back for my regular critiques. This has been a special edition. I might see you at the movies.